look, Mitt Romney has been sticking by his guns, saying, hey, listen, I said that thing about the 47%. Okay, you got me. You saw it on a tape. I was at a fundraiser in Boca Raton, and I said 47% of the country isn't going to vote for me, and I don't care about them. They're dependent on the government. They feel like they're victims, and they're basically leeching off of us, right? And the very next day, actually when the tape leaked, it was that day, that night, at 10:15 Eastern, he came out and stuck to his guns and said this.
It's a message which I'm going to carry and continue to carry, which is, look, the president's approach is attractive to people who aren't not paying taxes because, frankly, my discussion about lowering taxes isn't as attractive to them, and therefore I'm not likely to draw them into my campaign.
All right, good for Mitt Romney. Hey, a rare time that he sticks by what he says. He's not flip-flopping, doubling down. In fact, he went on Neil Cavuto's program the very next day and tripled down.
No, I'm talking about a perspective of individuals who I'm not likely to get to support me. I recognize that those people who are not paying income tax are going to say, gosh, this provision that Mitt keeps talking about, lowering income taxes, that's not going to be real attractive to them. And those that are dependent upon government and those that think government's job is to redistribute, I'm not going to get them.
All right, well, you look at that. Mitt Romney sticking to principle. Now, that was day 2. Here comes day 3, and what happened? Oops.
This is a campaign about the 100%. My campaign is about the 100% in America, and I'm concerned about them. I have a record. I've demonstrated my capacity to help the 100%.
Oh, come on, man. That is unbelievable. Panic has set in. They're like, yeah, that 47%. It's not polling well. It's not doing well. Everybody's running away from us. The house is on fire. Did I say 47%? 100%. 100%. I'm for 100% of Americans. Remember how he said, I'm not that concerned about them? You just saw him say there on Univision. I am totally concerned about that. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I was thinking before. But I'll tell you what, me equals concern. It's not the only issue he's flip-flopping on. Remember, Obamacare, it was despicable, right? Watch.
Obamacare was bad policy yesterday. It's bad policy today. Obamacare was bad law yesterday. It's bad law today.
If there's one thing Romney knows, Obamacare's bad law. Except when he said this yesterday.
I have experience in health care reform. Now and then the president says I'm the grandfather of Obamacare. I don't think he meant that as a compliment, but I'll take it.
I'll take it. I'm Obamacare. I'm the guy who created it. This guy is unreal. Have you ever seen a politician this greasy? How does anybody shake his hand? Must slip right off. We're not done yet. Now we go to anti-immigration. Just remember Romney during the primaries? Watch.
And if people are not able to have a card and have that through an e-verify system determine that they are here illegally, then they're going to find they can't get work here. And if people don't get work here, they're going to self-deport to a place where they can get work.
This idea of self-deportation came about from radical right-wingers who said, let's make life in this country so miserable for immigrants that they voluntarily leave. So it's basically the get policy, right? People like Chris Kobach, the crazy Secretary of State of Kansas, vehemently anti-immigration, came up with that. Now, when asked to explain this during Univision, here comes all of a sudden new liberal Mitt Romney.
So are you going to deport them or not? I'm not that clear.
I think I have some friends apparently. I'm not in favor of a deportation, mass deportation effort, rounding up 12 million people. I believe people make their own choices as to whether they want to go home, and that's what I mean by self-deportation.
Yeah, by self-deportation, I mean, I love Latinos and immigrants. I mean, they get to make their own choices. If you want, stay. If you want, leave. That's all. I'm on your side. Latinos. Remember when I hated you during the primaries? I didn't mean that, man. I meant I love you, dog. And his laugh is awesome every time. Every time he's caught in an awkward situation. Now, how about gay marriage? I mean, this is a bedrock principle of Mitt Romney. He's not going to flip on that, right? I mean, remember during the primary.
I believe we should have a federal amendment of the Constitution that defines marriage as a relationship between a man and a woman. Because I believe the ideal place to raise a child is in a home with a mom and a dad.
Booyah! What now, huh? He's not going to back away from it. I think you get what's going on here. They asked him, hey, what if one of your kids was gay? And he said, well, they're all married, so it's not likely. How about your grandkids? And this happened.
And I love my children, and I love my grandchildren, and I would, of course, want them to be happy. My view is this, that individuals should be able to pursue a relationship of love and respect and raise a family as they would choose.
Yeah, it's all of a sudden, it's all about choice with Mitt Romney. You want to stay in the country if you're an illegal immigrant? Come on in, it's okay. Oh, you want to get married or have a domestic partnership if you're gay? Well, of course you can. You think I meant that stuff in the primaries? No, I just sketched, and all of a sudden, I'm new liberal Mitt Romney. How do you like me now? Well, I don't like you just as much as I didn't like you before. In fact, I dislike you a little bit more, because at least when you were a conservative douchebag, I knew where you stood. Does anyone really believe that this man has a single principle? If you're a conservative, do you really believe that? And if you're a liberal or independent, you already know. This is a world-breaking, Hall of Fame, flip-flopping, greasy, unctuous, unbearable, slimy politician. That's exactly what Mitt Romney is, and those tapes prove it perfectly.